Law of attraction, vibrational alignment. Where are you? Now, can I tell you something? I know where you vibrate by the tone of your emails. I know where you vibrate by the tone of your posts. I know where you vibrate by how you project yourself. So if Shelley Booth knows that, then the fucking universe definitely knows that. And if you understand me by now, you now know that whatever you are is reflecting back at you like a mirror. Like you just get to the mirror, like right now, that's what you're putting out there. It's already happening straight back at you. So if emails go out with a shitty tone and a bitterness and a resentment, or somebody somewhere doesn't like you, guess what's coming back to them? Now this is the worst kept secret in the world, which is why a lot of people find themselves down in the doldrums and they can't get out of it. Yo-yo dieting is just touching the surface. What's going on in here and in here outperforms the diets, the yo-yo diets, the weight loss by 100 times and some. I never said handsome, I said and some. So I'm framing it for you. That's what's coming at you. Are you ready for it? Now, if I was to pick something up and drop it, right? The law of gravity says that's going to fall to the ground. That's a law, and we can't argue with that, right? No matter how clever you are, how smart you are, how big you are, you could try and catch it, it's fallen to the ground. And it's actually the same as another law, which is the law of attraction. And basically, I'm going to keep all this dead simple, because some of you will go, oh, that's too woo-woo for me, that's too mindset-y for me, that's too this, that's too that. That's a cop-out, by the way. I'm not here for the mindset. Well, you should be, because it's the reason that you're actually here is because of the lack of that stuff. If I didn't believe in the law of attraction, backed up by some other things that I'm going to go through with you, none of them would have been there. At a time when the world couldn't find a dumbbell because we were in COVID, Shelley Booth was moulding her own. None of that would have happened if it wasn't for the law of attraction. Vibrational alignment with self, knowing who I was, aligning my beliefs to my destiny, or where I wanted my destiny to be, where I was going. So that big mindset piece, I wouldn't be sat in front of you right now if it was not for that. So if there's any of you sat in front of me going, yeah, nah, I'm just here for the meal plan, I'm just here for the weight loss. You're going to need an awful lot of luck. The mindset stuff is sacrosanct. It's what feel, look, be is. It's the biggest part of feel, look, be. One of the things about the law of attraction that I want to really talk to you about, because a lot of people read The Secret and think, oh, I'm a law of attraction guru, you know, I'm just all about the law of attraction now. And they spout it off a lot. And you hear it, and I go, And it's great when you see it, and you genuinely see it, and you genuinely feel it. I love that. And those kind of people I make sure I'm standing next to, because their energy passes on to me, and I have an even bigger spring in the step. But the people that are just kidding on are the people that I could see through instantly. They've read The Secret. They don't really live it though. They're not really getting it. They like to read the books and they like to say the stuff, but actually when it comes to the doing, they're not really doing it. And so they're kidding on to themselves, not to me, and probably not to most people, because I'm not that bright either, but I could see through it. So, every single thing starts with beliefs. Everything. Even before the law of attraction. A lot of skint people stay skint. A lot of low vibrational, low mood people stay low mood most of the time. And it's because of this stuff. And I need to get you to understand it. Right. Hopefully you can see this. Oh, and it's a wheel, sorry. It's a wheel that goes round this way. Sorry. Yeah, can you see right at the top? I know it's back to front, but that says beliefs. And then we go feelings, so we're going round this way. And then it says thoughts, and then it says actions, and then it says results last, before we go back to beliefs again. So keep that in mind. I'll keep drawing your attention to it. Everything starts with beliefs. Now, beliefs could be identity. Another word for it is identity, or self-perception. How you see yourself, who you think you are. That's beliefs. So I hope you've done the work on that, because you can see that it's the compound effect. We're stacking it up for you, or I'm stacking it up for you. And the next one down from that is feelings. So from beliefs comes feelings, feelings of happiness, sadness. Whatever you're feeling at that given time obviously comes from your beliefs. And then we've got thoughts. So that's the third component, if you like, in the chain. But the law of attraction says you are what you think about most, which I do believe in. But that's third on the list. Okay? After thoughts come actions, which is what I'm so fucking good at. I'm a massive action taker. I'm not scared to take action. I just do it. And a lot of the time, I'll do it and go, fuck it. And I just, because I've got conviction in my actions and I know what I'm talking about, most of the time it works out. That's called maybe hedging your bets. Sometimes. Not a lot of the time. Yeah. And then comes results. It might be weight loss. It might be a new career, a new job, a new this, a new that. So let me go over that again. We've got beliefs that lead to you feeling a feeling. And from that feeling forms thoughts. And then your thoughts start to develop into actions. Might be good, might be bad, might be good habits, bad habits. We've covered this. And then as a result of that, you'll get your results. And then the compound effect and everything else that we've discussed feeds into this. And then we're back to beliefs again. So ultimately it goes back to your beliefs every single time. So you are constantly getting feedback from this phenomenal universe on the basis of who you are right this moment in time. So if you are top class moaner, whinger, glass is half empty all of the time, partner's a nightmare, kids drive you up the wall, you go into work, you moan. You would never feature in my life. Yeah, I just wouldn't have you within 5 feet of me, never mind anything else. So if you're on Field Look B, I hope you keep me quiet. But that vibrational frequency scares me. I get full of dread, and I maybe get a wee bit of fight or flight from that. I'm like, her energy is fucking off. It's bad. It's terrible. And she's round vulnerable people. Get away, you. You sometimes feel like doing that sort of stuff, but again, that wouldn't be very PC. So we kind of just need to go bite the lip and go for the coffee, don't we? But if that is you, the first thing you need to do is realise that is you. But that's dead hard. And if that is you, you're going to be sat looking at me thinking, I knew I wouldn't like you. No, I just knew you weren't going to get on. You're looking for your keys inside, outside, and you've lost them inside. The problem's in you. It's not me. It's definitely not me. Couldn't be me. No, it's definitely you. So when we're at the stage of accepting that we're a bit of a pain in the arse, we're low vibe, draining the life out of people. And when you've got a really positive, high vibrational person in company with a low vibe person, it's fucking awkward. It really is. You're like, you can spot it a mile off and you can cut the atmosphere with a knife and it's just scratchy, isn't it? Me, I'm out the door. I'm off. Don't entertain that stuff. I don't like it. I'll be around you if you're high vibe, if you've got something to offer me in terms of energy, If we can bounce off each other, I'm all for that. I don't care who you are, what you look like, where you come from. None of these things matter to me, but I do like energy. Anyway, I'm digressing, I know I am, but it's just to give you like context to build this round, because I know it could be flowery for some. You're going to attract into your life the most dominant thoughts that you have. So if your most dominant thoughts are of a nature that are negative or low vibe or dread or worry or all of these things and the feelings that are associated with that, sadness, discontent, discomfort, all of that stuff, that's what you're going to attract into your life. And can I suggest to you, without you taking the huff, if you've been in a bit of a rut for a while, I'm going to suggest to you that this is you. You might want to argue with me, and that's fine, because I'm only trying to help you here. And if I'm wrong, I'm happy to be wrong. I think you're here. On the flip side, if your life has taken a turn for the better and things are starting to improve, here's an example for you. You've maybe been through a really tough time in a past relationship and you stayed because you were in love with being in love, and but it worked its way out of that. I mean, it wasn't love anymore, but you stayed, and so it was pretty fractious, and you were arguing and bickering, and he was moaning at you, she was moaning at you, you were moaning, and you were the moaner, and it just dragged you into the ground. Let's face it, we've all been there, haven't we? And you stay too long, and you put on a face, and you just stay, and you stay and stay and stay. So you manage to get yourself out of the relationship, and you're trying to push yourself forward, but your mindset is still back there. Oh no, I've flipped, haven't I? So that was that scenario. You get out of this relationship and actually you get on your feet. You start going out with your pals again. You start meeting people. You start going for coffees. You start looking after yourself. All of a sudden you become in love with yourself again, which is what February is all about, self-love month. You fall in love with you again, and you disempower the relationship that you had, but you empower yourself, and your vibe starts to be on the up. People are around you. It's magnetic. People want to be around you. You're good fun. You're relaxed. It's a nice energy. So that's the two differences. And if you are low vibe, I'd like to hear about it now. If you want to share it, if you're low vibe, just put low. And if you're high vibe, just right now, then put high. Just so I can get a wee show of hands, so to speak. Low and high. And I know you're going to go somewhere in the middle. Of course you are. But again, I want to reassure you that that could change at any point in time. Let's talk about energy now. Mentioned it before. Absolutely everything is an energy mass. You're a ball of energy. We're just molecules of energy. That light is, that cup of tea is, that hat is, who I am is. You're just energy. And when you realise that everything is energy and it is contagious, good and bad, you then can choose where you want to be and on what side you want to be in. A lot of people will stay on a bad energy side because that's how you feel and that's where you're comfy. Stepping over here, where it's high energy and high vibe, it's quite scary, quite intimidated. Not ready for that. Need to lose 2 stone first. I don't deserve it. I don't deserve that company. I'm out my depth. I can never keep up. What do you need to do at that point? You need to go back to your beliefs and you need to update your beliefs, because see, right here and right now, you are incredible. You're fantastic. You don't have a bit of badness in you. You might be choosing that. When you're talking about your pals and stuff, you need to ditch that crap because that's going to keep you stuck. Please don't do that anymore. No, stop. I know you'll do it, but don't. Talk about things and going places and not people. Where was I? Energy, vibration, law of attraction. So, would I be sat here in front of all of you people, all of you tremendous people, being as perfect as you are, that's where I was, You're perfect as you are. If I did not believe in any of this stuff, if I didn't update my beliefs, nope. What about my feeling states? I became really, really familiar with my feeling states. I knew when I was sad. I know when I'm happy. I know when I'm anxious. I know when I'm excited. I'm really good at knowing how I feel, and I can't hide it, by the way. And a lot of people are like that. You can't hide your feelings. That's a good thing. But projecting them and portraying them in a way that is acceptable is the, the hard bit sometimes. So from your feelings, then thoughts. So I wouldn't be sat in front of here if I didn't go through these 3 stages, we'll call them stages right now, to take massive action. Now, Tony Robbins says that a lot, take massive action, and he's right. Of course he's right. He's the man, is he? Take massive action to lead to the result. You have to do all of that stuff in the confines of Feel Look Be. You have to. You have to raise your vibration, be aware of your current energy, whether it depletes or whether it is abundant and grows and is magnetic and charismatic and all of these really intriguing things. Oh, it's way down here. I've switched again, haven't I? Yeah, it's way down here and it's just pulling and sucking the life out of you and others. And there's no right and there's definitely no wrong here. If your low vibrational frequency is predominant, you're about to change it if you want to change it. But if you don't, you won't. You definitely won't. So next thing is confirmation bias. Now that is a thing. See, when you're just about to, you've went for a new, what we'll say, you've went for a new BMW 3 Series. Do you get them? I'm just making it up now. And it's white. And it's got the sporty wheels. And you wanted a cream leather interior. White and cream doesn't really go, but just for the sake of this. Cream leather interior. And you had to wait 4 weeks because the new plate comes out in 4 weeks' time. You can't wait. You're away home, you're looking at it on the internet all the time, you've got it on your phone, you're showing your pals and your kids, you go, that's our car, it's coming in 4 weeks' time. And all of a sudden you're driving to your work and you go, that's the same car that we're getting. And you forget about it for 10 minutes. There's another car, exactly the same. There's another one, exactly the same, the next day. You keep seeing these cars, you've never really seen them before. And you say to Jim, they're really quite popular, aren't they? That there is confirmation bias. Whatever you think about draws your attention and focus, and it shows up. And it shows up because you notice. So imagine if you could do that for all of the most amazing things that you would like to attract into your life. It takes work. Confirmation bias absolutely works like the law of attraction, but you have to do the work. You have to update the beliefs. You have to get really, really cosy and comfy with how you feel so you can change it. There's nothing wrong with feeling bad and sad. There's nothing wrong with that at all. And sometimes it's a wave, isn't it? And you've been happy, sad, kind of in the middle all day long on repeat. That's okay. But it's identifying it so that it has an impact on your thoughts, because you could change that and you could work back the way a wee bit. You can try and influence your feelings by changing how you think as well. So it could go 2-way, and then that'll affect your actions. You'll think, Shelley Booth is bang on, right, see this Feel Look Be? Jim, I said I was doing it, I was just carrying on. I was just pretending to myself. I was only going to do the meal plans. Like, why would you want to do 10,000 steps when you could lose weight doing just sitting on your arse? But I've got to the point that I believe her, I trust her, I've listened to her mindset stuff and she's actually making sense. I'm going to go all in, Jim. I've decided. Jim's like, all right then. It's going to have an impact on your results. And when you have an impact on your results at this level, and we're on a detox at this level, you're going to have an impact on every single aspect of your life. Money, relationships, job, career, relationship with your kids, friends, social groups. Every single thing will scale up, will ramp up. for the better. I promise you, it's absolutely nailed on. So it's the law of attraction, it's vibrational alignment with self. Once you have got to the belief stage and you've updated them, they need regular updating. Changing your mindset is like working on your arse. You want a pert bum, you have to work at it, don't you? You have to get the squats done, you have to get the lunges done. You have to do the work on the bum. You have to do the work on the mind every single day to change it. Okay. Everybody has a different filter from me. Your filter and how you see things is affected by everything that's gone before, isn't it? We could look at, we could look at this cup, and the filter I'm looking at it through, I could perceive it completely differently to you. It says, when you know better, you do better on it. When you know better, you do better. Now, I would take that in a way that, well, it's my cup. I invented it. Well, I never actually, one of you gave that to me. But you would interpret that differently to me, probably. Maybe. And that filter, imagine when we're trying to interpret field of B. It's a bit of a minefield, isn't it? Because there's so many moving parts, there's so many components. But as much as possible, I try and simplify it all for you so we can all get on the same page. So when you say to me, can I change the meal plan around and swap this and swap that? And that's why I say no. Because the filter, I'm needing you to see it as it is and not perceive it to be something that's not. I hope that makes sense. Okay. I think I'm done with that. Just bear in mind, your thoughts, feelings and actions are always, 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 always in alignment with your beliefs. Your thoughts, your feelings and your actions are always in alignment with your beliefs. So the homework I gave you on beliefs, if you've not done it, you have to do it tonight. If you want your life to change, your belly to change shape, habone, that'll happen anyway. But some people just are here for that. You're not here for that, really. Stop kidding yourself on. You're deeply unhappy and you're saying it's to your belly. It's not, is it? You're fighting with me. That is. Okay. You maybe just have to be right. Thoughts, feelings and actions, go back to your beliefs. Last thing before we finish. We've noticed some posts on mood. Now, some of you are experiencing low mood. Now, that is practically nailed on with the detox. You are detoxifying your body, you're detoxifying your mind, I hope. It's massive, massive changes. Added to that, you're used to comfort food. You're used to going through the blips and the highs and lows of the day and then ramming a biscuit in your mouth or packing a sandwich in. So that essentially stimulates the reward system in your brain, gives you a quick fix high that you suddenly drop from again, but then you need the high again. You're not getting that, especially on detox month. You're not getting that. But what you are doing is you are cleansing your body. So if that is you and you feel low, I need you to do something. And I need you to do this, pardon me, every single day. And it's move more. I'm going to say it again. Move more. And for the cynical people out there, they'll be going, I move enough. I want you to move more than enough. Move more than you did yesterday. Move more than you did the day before. Move more than you were going to do tomorrow. I need you to move. Movement, motion leads to positive emotion. If you feel low, it's the only way out of it, right? You have to move more. If you could walk and talk, so get on a walk with somebody. Walking is, I'm not expecting you to run. You know, if you never run a day in your life again, I would be more than okay with that. In fact, your joints will be a lot better, your knees will be better. But walk and talk with somebody. get a chat, talk about Feel Look Be, talk about vibrational alignment, talk about beliefs, talk about all that stuff. It's interesting for people to learn about what you're learning about. If you can, please. It will pass, I promise you it will pass. You're going to come through it. We are a couple of weeks away from Self-Love Month, and I'm not saying it's going to last 2 weeks, but what I'm saying to you is detox is a detox for a reason. You've got a lot of stuff in here, emotional and otherwise, from heavy metal toxicity to plastics to sugar and alcohol and garbage in there that we are extracting. It's all good, I promise you, it will pass. Okay, so let me see a love heart and know that it will pass. Okay? Mine's has passed. I had a blip. Mine's has passed. I feel incredible. The supplements are absolutely tremendous. They completely complement Feel Look Be. And if you haven't got them, you've got your own reasons, but it's bonkers if you've not got them and you've got the means to get them.